The movie kicks off with Raj waking up absolutely shook, full-on panic mode, looking like he just saw his bank balance after a weekend out. He heads downstairs to his auto shop, probably smelling like burnt engine oil and regret. He hits up his workers like, "Yo, where's the kid, Veer?" And they're like, "He's out test driving a customer's whip." Raj leaves them and goes to sit with the squad, looking super depressed, basically a whole mood. Shakti asks him, "Bro, what's wrong with you?" Raj hits him with the classic, "Nothing," which we all know means everything is wrong. "My guy, it's been 15 years. How is this still living rent-free in your head?" Bro needs a literal eviction notice for his memories. Suddenly, they see the boys catching a thief and absolutely jumping him, giving him that 4K resolution beatdown. Raj runs over like, "What is going on? Mani, you again? Bro, every time you steal, you get caught. You're bad at this. Maybe try a LinkedIn profile instead?" Mani hits him with the sob story. "What can I do, Mr. Raj? I steal to feed my little brother." Raj looks at Shakti and goes, "Give me your wallet," because generosity is easier with other people's money. He takes it and gives Mani the entire contents. Mani's like, "Whoa, this is way too much cash," but Raj drops a bar. He steals to feed his brother. When it comes to a brother, we think with the heart, not the brain. Simp for brotherhood, confirmed. And honestly, we're here for it.
Cut to the spoiled, violent, super sus kid hanging with his homie Sidhu. Sidhu is stressing like, "Slow down, fam. I swear if you don't drive slow, I'm snitching to Raj." Veer claps back, "Bro, I modded this car myself. When I test it, I gotta test it with a conscience." And by conscience, he means drifting and doing donuts until he runs into the golden girl, the absolute baddie Ishita. And chat, you're probably asking, is she dessert? Nah, fam. She's an Indian rocket, straight fire. Looks like India is finally dropping some heat with this album. No skips detected. Anyway, his friend warns him, "Don't you dare give her a ride. Raj is gonna flip if you put girls in customers' cars." Veer says, "Hold up, let me just look at her," basically losing his last 2 brain cells to her beauty. Friend threatens to snitch again, so Veer pretends to leave. He tells his friend, "Hop out, I gotta pee." The oldest trick in the book since the invention of the wheel. And when the friend gets out, Veer finesses him and drives back to the girl. He's like, "Sup, how you doing?" She says, "I'm good, I'm Ishita. I needed a ride because my bike died and the registry closes in 10 minutes. I need to stamp these papers to open my restaurant." He hits her with, "Say less," and picks her up. But, plot twist, traffic is gridlocked, looking like a parking lot on payday. She asks, "What do we do?" He says, "Smooth like sugar and tea," and starts cutting through narrow streets like a maniac. He almost flattens a dude, dodges him, crashes into a car, and drives straight through a glass pane, GTA style, 5 stars wanted level. He actually gets Ishita there. She says, "IDK how to thank you." He's like, "No worries, least I could do. Plus I needed to test the airbags anyway." She dips.
Suddenly his phone rings. It's big bro Raj. "Where you at, kid?" Veer, "Coming." Raj, "Is the car okay?" Veer lies through his teeth. "It's Gucci." He brings it back looking like a crushed soda can that's been through a blender. Shakti tells Raj, "Chill, Raj. Surely it was an accident. Call it destiny." Raj says, "Bro, am I pulling my hair out? I'm calm. I just want to know how." Sidhu swears, "I don't know nothing. He dished me to pee and dipped." Raj asks Veer, "How?" Veer pulls the victim card. "I was helping a poor girl. Didn't you teach me to help the poor?" Raj replies, "Yeah, especially when it's a girl. Suddenly you do the impossible, you absolute simp." Veer keeps lying. "I swear she's poor. Trying to open a restaurant to survive. I had to rush, and because I was rushing, the car happened." Raj gets mad, about to throw hands, but then smiles and walks away, probably because he remembers his own bad boy days. That night, Veer is working on the car when Ishita pulls up on her bike. "Veer? Ishita?" She asks, "Do you work here?" He lies, "Work? I own this whole place. I'm the CEO of engines." She says her bike is trash and keeps breaking down. He tells her, "Oh God, move over." Starts the bike and says, "This is a huge problem, but don't worry, I'll fix it and bring it to your crib." She asks, "Is the car okay?" He says, "My brother flamed me hard." She asks, "Really?" He says, "Yeah, come here, let me spill the tea." Raj walks in and hears Veer capping from a distance. "My brother screamed at me in the street. People gathered and imagine he slapped me 10 times on one cheek. Look, it still hurts. Bro is auditioning for an Oscar." She goes, "OMG." Veer adds, "He treated me so cruel. When I was little, I loved school, but my big brother blew our inheritance chasing women." She says, "OMG, what a monster. Why do you stay silent?" Suddenly, Veer sees Raj standing right there, looking like the final boss. Veer panics. "Are you crazy? How do you want me to stand up to my big brother? I won't allow you to speak like that, miss." She realizes, "Oh, you're the big brother. Dude, do you have no heart? Look what what you're doing to him. Aren't you ashamed? She tells Veer, be brave, demand your rights, let out the anger. Raj plays along. Yeah, let it out. I'm waiting. Veer whispers, I love you, bro, and winks, trying to save his skin. Raj tells Ishita, look, miss, he's shy in front of you. Once you leave, he's going to yell at me, and I'll apologize. She says, fine, and leaves. Veer drops to his knees. I kiss your feet. Forgive me. I was just trying to get the girl. Raj says, get up, you scumbag. Let's eat. Veer refuses. No, I swore on Mom I won't eat a single bite until I fix this car. Raj says, don't be like that, love. Suddenly, Sidhu walks in. Here, boss, the sandwiches you ordered. Caught in 4K, 60 FPS. Raj laughs and walks away. Veer drinks coffee and passes out cold, probably from the stress of being a professional liar. Morning comes, Raj wakes him up. Look at the car. The stereo is stolen again. Veer's like, this ain't normal, chat. Someone is watching me. Spoiler, it's Sidhu. He's been drugging Veer's coffee and selling the stereos. Side hustle gone wrong. Evening time, Veer fixes Ishita's bike and drops it off. She asks for the bill. He says, shame on you. My services are premium and free for you. She invites him in for coffee. Inside, she says, look, I was thinking about you. He says, really? Me too. She clarifies, not like that. I'm thinking about how your brother treats you. It's toxic. He confesses, look, I was capping. My brother treats me like a king. If my dad was alive, he wouldn't treat me this good. But I saw you felt bad for me, so I made up a story. Ishita laughs because, honestly, who wouldn't? Suddenly, Veer's squad shows up. Veer tells Ishita, it's Maria's birthday, come through. She says it's late, but they beg, so she goes. At the club, King's men try to sell drugs to the owner. Owner refuses. Haram, you're destroying the youth. They flex. We are King's men. You know what he can do. Ishita steps in. You insect, leave him alone or I'm calling the cops. They don't stop. She calls the cops. The guy smashes her phone, which is basically a declaration of war. Veer steps in. Why, uncle? You had to break the phone? Do you know how much the screen repair costs? The guy says, what's the problem? Is this piece yours? Ishita snaps, I ain't a piece. Veer says, girl, why you mad? You made me feel like you're a piece of land. Anyway, Uncle John, what's good? They tell him it's drugs. Veer says, drugs? Take your trash and get out. The guys try to hit him. Who? Veer. Back up, you maniac. He starts throwing hands left and right, putting the awake to sleep and waking the sleepers. But one guy knocks him down. Is Veer done? Say it with me, fam. I swear it won't happen. He gets up and continues the beatdown, taking him out mid-air like a low-budget superhero. He grabs a stick and breaks their bones. Jocko warns him, you hit King's men. You messed up big time. Veer says, walk away, kid. Later, Veer plays soccer, heads home, but gets jumped by the sons of Bleep. They cover his face and beat him senseless, dog's betrayal style, breaking all his bones. Raj runs out, but they flee. At the hospital, Raj asks who did this. Veer says IDK. Seduce says IDK while sweating bullets. Raj gives Veer a gift. This will heal you. The phone you wanted. Veer gets hyped, healing instantly through the power of technology. Ishita walks in. Raj clarifies to Veer, just a colleague. I went out while I was broken inside and got this phone to replace the broken one. He tells Ishita, take it. She tries to refuse. Raj insists, I swear on the soul of Samsung, take it. She takes it. Raj tells her to take care, kisses Veer, and leaves. Outside, Shakti tells him it was King's men. Raj goes demon mode, 0 to 100 real quick. He takes his squad to King's cocaine factory. Who are you? Raj punches a guy. Shakti finishes him. Next one gets what the last one got. He hands them to Anwar, who beats them with 0 IQ, just brute force. Raj pours alcohol in the drugs. To make a cocktail? Nah, bro, to light it up. He burns King's entire stash, providing the most expensive bonfire in history. One guy warns, King won't have mercy. Raj says, tell him Kali says hello. King shows up to the burnt factory. How much did he take? Minions, nothing, boss. He burned it all. King is furious. Who has the audacity? Don't they know I'm the king? Minion says, he said his name is Kali. King asks, who is this Kali? Jocho suspects Veer's brother. Nah, Raj is a polite mechanic, stays in his lane. King visits the workshop. Veer comes out blazing, ready to fight. But Raj is like, Veer, chill, baby. Veer, they hit me. Raj, so? You hit them, they hit you. Equality, bro. King loves it. Voice of reason. Raj apologizes for his brother. King says, no worries. You fix cars? I got my dad's car. Raj, bring it. I'll make him happy. King, sadly, my dad is dead. Suddenly, King starts crying a river, a whole ocean. Raj says, please chill. Your dad'll be sad if you cry. King replies, no, because I killed him. Don't be shocked. He was a drug dealer like me, but he had no principles, so I offed him. What a healthy family dynamic. King continues, to prove I'm a real one, listen up, men.
Respect Raj and his brother. If they want drugs, it's on the house. Fix all my cars here. He tells Raj, if anyone bugs you, tell me. He leaves. Poor guy doesn't know he's talking to a walking fighting machine named Kali. Flashback time. 15 years ago, Bulgaria, where the vibes were violent. The violent beast Kali is running from a gang. He eats two guys into a river like they're trash bags. He drives recklessly and accidentally hits a girl. He gets out, sees her, and instantly simps. Hospital? No. Anwar screams, bro, they gotta kill us! So he leaves her and runs. Talk about a great first impression. Gang returns to their boss, Malik. Malik roasts them. How does Kali rob you every time? Randir is a failure, but his monster Kali is carrying the team. We gotta finish Kali to get to Randir. Kali walks with Anwar and Shakti and sees Mira, the girl he hit. He sends the boys ahead and approaches her. Sap, remember me? The guy who almost ended you? Sure. Sorry, it was an accident. It's chill. Let me walk you to the bus. She asks, who was chasing you? He says, rival gang. You in a gang? Yeah, Randir's son. She's like, OMG, the leader? He asks, scared? Think I'll kill you? She says, why would you? Walking to the bus. Name? Mira. Kali. She laughs. Does my name tickle? Nah, but you're young and your name is ancient, like an antique. Smooth, Kali, very smooth. He glares, then laughs. She says, you owe me money for the hospital. He says, give me your number. She says, my number? He clarifies, not like that. I don't have cash. I'll send a guy with the money. She says, haha, and walks away. He says, suit yourself. She says, 0. Wait, I'll say it, don't say it. He gets the number. The eye contact is shattering bus windows, literally electric. Kali goes with Randir to see little Veer. Dad gives a gift. Veer throws a tantrum. I don't want gifts. You guys ignore me. I want to see you. And storms off being a whole drama queen. Kali chases him. Don't be sad. We have one last job, then we go back to India, build a big house, and never separate. Veer? Really? Love you, bro. Randir feels guilty. I dragged you into this life, Kali. You're not my blood. But if you want to leave, go. Kali shuts him down. You took me from the streets. You love me more than Veer, your actual blood. Dad laughs. Promise me Veer never finds out we aren't blood brothers. Kali promises. Locked in. In the car, Mira calls. Come quick. He goes and stares at her like a creep, but a handsome one. She says, focus, guys are harassing me on my painting spot. He sends her to stand there. A dude walks up, hey Indian girl, draw me and I'll give you a kiss. R.I.P. that guy, press F to pay respects. Kali steps up, shows the strap, gun, and his boys flash their pieces. The guy is terrified. Mira mocks him, why you scared, softy, kiss me now. Guy runs, Mira's impressed, you're tough. He asks her to lunch, she says busy. Tomorrow, mom's anniversary. Day after, aunt's anniversary. He says, okay, after tomorrow, give me 5 minutes. She agrees, they meet, you got 5 minutes. And fam, you won't believe what happens in 5 minutes. Dinner, drinks, flirting, ice cream, Lamborghini ride, dancing, falling in love, all in 5 minutes. Indian time is a lie, it's a whole different dimension. She asks, meet tomorrow. He says, got work. She says, it's my birthday. If you don't come, I won't celebrate. He explains, I stole gold from Malik, moving it tomorrow. Malik might attack, it's dangerous. She doesn't care, no come, no party. He caves, okay, I'll finish work early and come. The next day, Kali and the squad roll out, and the gold truck is leading the convoy. But yo, spoiler alert, gold trucks in movies have a survival rate of 0%. As expected, Malik's goons pull up on him. I'm talking a massive ambush. They swarm them from literally every direction, like NPCs glitching in a video game. They take out Kali's crew and completely flip the gold truck. It's chaos. They surround Kali, and this Hummer pulls up right in front of him and flips his car too. Total wreck. Physics has left the chat, folks. Everyone hops out of their rides, and Raghav rushes to open the door for his boss. He peeps inside and goes, yo bro, those are high heels, and not just any lady, that's Mira, bro. Kali raises his piece, but he can't see clearly from a distance. Mira steps up, and the moment he sees her, the man is absolutely shook. He drops his weapon. Bro, never drop your loot. And this absolute daughter of a bleep walks up to him and goes, what's good, Kali? Why you looking so shook, like your whole world just crashed? Didn't I tell you we'd link up today and you were like, nah, this is big, this is dangerous. And look, the danger you were scared of turned out to be me. But you're kinda dumb. You forgot to ask for my full name. It's Mira Dev Malik. And yeah, fam, plot twist, her dad is Malik, the enemy.
Talk about daddy issues. She tells him, "True, today's my birthday, but I'm gifting this gold to my dad." Generous, right? "I've been plotting on you for a minute, Callie. You thought you hit me with your car that one time? Nah, I hopped out, left my crew, and threw myself in front of your whip. I got my guys to act like they were harassing me just to get close to you. I agreed to hang with you for 5 minutes, and no cap, those were the worst 5 minutes of my life. By the way, rate my acting. Did you like it or nah? Give me a Google review." Callie is so stunned he can't even speak. His brain is buffering. She aims her gun at him, about to end it, but then she says, "Since it's my birthday, I'll give you a pass," and she just walks away. He aims at her back, but refuses to pull the trigger. The sons of Bleep secure the bag, the gold, and dip. Worst security team ever, honestly. Callie goes back to his pops, and his dad is furious, saying, "I'm about to go scorched earth, blue and red everywhere." Callie tells him, "Nah, Dad, I'm the one who got played. Let me settle the score with her." Cut to Mira driving her car, and Callie calls her up while chasing her from behind. She tries to ghost him on the road, but who is she kidding? He catches up, shifts to first gear, and pulls this insane dual circle move. They start drifting in circles together, looking straight into each other's eyes, literally locking eyes while the cars spin. I don't know who taught them to drive, but this is some Fast and Furious Tokyo drift logic right here. Kallie's thinking, "Why you lying, car? If you thought you were in an Indian movie, remember, we're in Bulgaria right now." Anyway, Mira's door flies open because safety locks don't exist in this universe, and she's about to fall out, but Callie jumps, action hero style, and grabs her hand. He tells her, "Don't be scared, Mira. You're the person I loved most in this world. I'm gonna deal with you with my heart. I won't exploit my love like you did." He pulls her up, and the tension is crazy. He tells her, "Mira, if I see you again by mistake, it's on sight. I'll finish you." She's shook, and Callie leaves her there. Mic drop moment, but with a car. After that, Mira realizes she messed up big time with the only guy who genuinely loved her, and against her own will, she caught major feelings for him too. Stockholm Syndrome? Maybe. So she drops everything and runs to his house. She bursts in and says, "I'm sorry I did you dirty and messed up bad, but I didn't know I loved you. IDK how it happened. You knew you loved me for a long time, but I realized it late. I love you, Callie." He grabs her hands, then pushes her away, throws her out of the house, and slams the door. Emotional damage. She's outside crying a river, flooding the street, refusing to leave even when it starts pouring rain. Every time Callie checks the window, she's still there. He sends Anwar out, who asks, "You want food?" She's like, "No." He asks, "Coffee?" She gets mad, so he's like, "All right, lady, suit yourself. Starve them." Suddenly, the violent monster, Callie, comes out with an umbrella, because of course he has a giant umbrella ready, and asks, "Why are you doing all this?" She says, "To prove I love you." He asks, "What makes me trust you again?" She replies, "You trusted me before I loved you. Now I swear I love you." He says, "And if you betray me again?" She says, "Kill me." He goes, "You know nothing but killing." She hits him with the ultimate cringe line, "It was only with you that I learned love. Keep me with you and teach me more." He tosses the umbrella, opens his arms, and boom, reunion. They spend the most romantic, wholesome days of their lives. From "I'll kill you" to "I love you" in 3 business days. Classic. Next day, she tells him, "We gotta tell our fams we love each other and want to get married." He says, "You're right, but I can convince my dad. The issue is your dad. He might think we're plotting to take him out." She laughs, so he asks, "Seriously, if my dad and I plotted and killed your dad, what would you do?" She says, "I'd finish him off." Foreshadowing level 1000. So Callie convinces his dad, and they go to meet Mira. Kallie's dad tells her, "Look, kid, I'm ready to do anything for my son's happiness, but your dad won't agree." She says, "Leave him to me." She goes to her dad, breaks the news, and he's surprisingly chill. "What's the problem? For your happiness, I agree." She's hyped and hugs him. Raghav asks the boss, "How are you going to shake hands with the enemy?" The boss says, "You learn nothing. I'll do anything for my daughter. I'll bow to enemies, but I'll never kneel to them." Sounds like a quote from a LinkedIn motivation post. Callie, his dad, and the crew arrive at the spot. Kallie's dad says, "I've heard of friendships turning into family, but never enemies turning into relatives." Callie isn't paying attention though. He's vibing off the weird looks Malik's men are giving them. He feels something is sus. He asks Malik, "Where is Mira?" Malik goes full villain mode. "Honestly, son, Mira loves you a lot, and it's going to be hard for her to watch you and your dad die right now." And boom, the ambush starts. But who are they kidding? We have Callie, the son of liars. He starts absolutely pummeling everyone, left and right, tunnel vision. Meanwhile, that snake Raghav calls Mira and lies. Callie and his dad betrayed us. Mira is stunned. This whole thing was her dad's master plan. Pure evil. Kali finishes off the goons and sees his dad and Malik pointing guns at each other. It's a Mexican standoff but with angry dads. He runs to stop them, but he's too late. Mira's dad shoots Kali's dad, and Kali's dad shoots Mira's dad. They literally riddle each other with holes. Kali rushes to his dying dad and grabs the gun from his hand. Right at that moment, Mira pulls up, sees the gun in Kali's hand, and it looks exactly like Kali just smoked her dad. Timing is everything, and Kali has the worst timing in history. He sees her, but she doesn't wait for an explanation. She shoots him right in the shoulder. He drops to the ground and she's devastated. Time skip. Kali is in the hospital. Ragav tells Mira, "We can't stay in Bulgaria. We gotta dip." Months later, Kali recovers. Shakti tells him, "Unfortunately, Mira goes to the country." Kali says, "How? I gotta find her and clear up the misunderstanding." Anwar says, "Impossible to find her. We should leave too and focus on Veer's future." So he takes Veer and starts a new life, zero danger. But since that day, Kali can't forget the trauma or the love of his life, Mira. 15 years later, and Kali still hasn't moved on. Therapy isn't an option, apparently. Next morning, Kali goes to wake up Veer, who is sleeping in as usual, and finds out the car headlights got stolen. Veer finally snaps and goes to the fence, who buys stolen goods. He waits to see who brings the headlights in, and suddenly it's his friend Sidhu. Veer goes, "Oh, you dog, you traitor." He chases him down. Sidhu tries to run, and Veer yells, "You son of a..." And here I was drinking the coffee you brought me and falling asleep instantly. Bro drugged him with coffee? That's a wild friendship. He roughs him up, breaks a few bones. As they're walking, Sidhu says, "Wait, Veer, you didn't ask why I steal from you? I don't spend a penny on myself. I spend it all on my girlfriend, Jenny." Then he adds, "Sorry, bro, won't do it again." Veer immediately hugs him. Simp recognizes simp, I guess. That night, Veer meets up with Ishita. She asks, "How are you?" He says, "Fine." Then he drops the confession. "IDK how to say this, but for your birthday, I want to express my feelings with these pics." First pic, he says, "Words from my heart." Second pic, he says, "All these actresses are dying for a look from me, but I don't want anyone but one. I love this girl." Cheesy pickup lines level maximum. She's super happy and they go out. She says, "We gotta tell our families." He's like, "Why the rush?" She says, "So we're legit, or are you scared of your brother?" He says, "Scared of who? Shame on you." So he goes to sit with Raj, looking like a wet rat. Raj says, "Hurry up, son. You've been sitting here for an hour looking at me like that." Veer says, "I want to confess a secret." Raj asks, "What?" Veer says, "I want to have a wedding." Raj, "A wedding?" Veer, "Yeah, the wedding of the girl, our neighbor." Raj, "Stop beating around the bush. Get your words straight, then talk to me." Just then, Ishita shows up and says, "I'll tell you. Veer and I love each other and I don't want to hide it from our families." Shakti chimes in, "Raj, Veer is serious. He wants to marry Ishita." Raj tells her, "Don't worry, today I'll go propose to your fam." That same day, he goes to their house, waiting in the lounge. Suddenly, Mira walks out and says, "Sorry for the delay." As soon as she sees him, she freezes. He is totally shocked. Awkward turtle moment. She walks down and says, "Veer is a good guy, suitable for my sister. But when I found out he's your brother, impossible. I won't let her marry him." He tells her, "You're wrong, Mira. I looked for you everywhere to tell you the truth, but you left." She shuts him down. "Thank you. I don't want to know. Please get out. I'll let you walk today, but if I see you again, my weapon does the talking. And believe me, I won't miss and hit your shoulder this time." Kali leaves and his mind is absolutely spiraling. Next day, Ishita asks Mira, "Why did you refuse? You were cool with Veer. Give me a valid reason." Mira says, "No reasons, just forget this boy." Same thing with Veer and Raj. Veer asks, "Why did she refuse?" Raj says, "Forget it, find another girl. I'll bring you someone way better." Sidhu tells Veer, "Forget your brother. Let's go ask Shakti what really happened." They go to Anwar and Shakti. They corner Anwar first. Veer says, "On your kids' lives, don't cap. What's the story?" Anwar spills, "Honestly, your brother loved Ashita's sister and we worked as a gang." Shakti interrupts, "No, he means a laundry gang. We washed clothes." "Nice save, bro. Yeah, we killed stains." Veer asks, "Okay, if they loved each other, why aren't they together?" Anwar says, "Your brother was broke, so she dumped him." Veer's like, "Bro, you're lying. Back then, my brother and dad picked me up from school with bodyguards and luxury cars. We were rich." Anwar's like, "My guy, your dad washed those cars and was just testing them out." Anwar deserves an Oscar for lying. Veer goes to Ishita and tells her everything. She says, "I don't buy that story." Sidhu's girlfriend jumps in, "I got the solution. Let's get them back together, then they'll agree to our marriage. Maybe we can get them hitched too." Plan A fails. Plan B, Veer slides under Mira's car, messes with the oil plug and spark plugs. A bit later, her car breaks down. Raj, as usual, is driving by. She doesn't know it's him, so she waves. He steps out and coincidentally, because even the rain in India is a paid actor, it starts pouring. She comes out with an umbrella shielding him just like he did for her back in the day. The legendary song plays, Janam Janam Janam. I swear the background music department is working overtime. Anyway, he fixes the plug. Dude carries spark plugs in his pocket. Mechanics have superpowers. Hands her the keys and leaves. Meanwhile, Veer finds King's car in the workshop. He finds a bag inside, checks it, it's all drugs. He takes it out and sets it on fire. Veer just burned millions of dollars like it's a campfire. King is gonna leave a 1-star Yelp review. King doesn't notice, takes his stuff and leaves. At the same time, Raj is missing Mira, so he sits under her house just to look at her window. Stalker vibes, maybe a little. Then, King's goons break into Mira's place and tell her, take this bag of heroin, sell it in your restaurant. She says, I told you 1,000 times, I'm never selling that stuff. He says, we're King's men. She tells him to get out. The guy's about to hit her. You think he's gonna hit her? No shot. The giant Kali appears out of nowhere. One punch sends the guy's face on a one-way trip to destination fucked. Next, he drops an elbow. He breaks their bones completely. Factory reset their settings. As soon as they realize it's Kali, they flee. Kali looks into her eyes, but she ignores him, so he leaves. Ashita presses Mira, I really want to know what's between you and Raj. Why won't you tell me? Mira snaps, I made all your dreams come true, right? I never asked for a reason. Just because I stopped you from one thing, you question me? Ashita says, look, if I don't marry Veer, I'm not marrying anyone. Not short, not tall. And she walks off. Both are depressed. Mira goes to her room and says, bring Veer tomorrow. I'll talk to him. Veer shows up and says, IDK had to thank you, sis-in-law. Sorry I'm late. She asks, you want to marry Ashita? He says, for sure. She says, I agree, but on one condition. He says, agreed without even knowing it. She says, no, you gotta know. He says, say it. She drops the bomb, and it's a nuclear one. Forget you have a brother. Leave him, then you can marry my sister. Red flag alert. Red flag alert. Veer is shocked. Ashita is shocked. Even I'm shocked, bro. He tells her, Ashita, this is too much. Your sister wants me to ditch my brother? True, I love you, but Raj isn't just my brother. He's my dad, mom, uncle, whole family. He lived his whole life for me, and she coldly tells me to leave him? Sorry, Mira, I'm not a meal you can cook to your taste and feed to your sister. Oh, snap. Chef Veer cooking up some harsh truths. He walks away, but Ashita grabs his hand. He tells her, I love you, but not more than my brother, and leaves. Mira sees her sister crying and gets angry. She tells Veer, how can you leave your girl for Raj? He isn't even your blood brother. Your dad found him on the street. Go ask him. Veer says, enough, and walks away. He goes to Raj and says, what took you so long? Food's been ready since morning. Raj asks, what's wrong? Veer asks, are you really not my brother? Raj is shook. Who told you that? Mira, why are you quiet? Speak. Raj admits, she's right. You aren't my brother, but you're the most precious thing in the world to me. I didn't tell you because I didn't want to lose you. Veer asks, Mira's condition was for me to leave you. Raj is stunned. What did you tell her? Veer says, may she and her sister burn in hell. Man, don't worry, I'll find another girl, but I'll make sure she doesn't have a big sister so I don't catch feelings for her too. He laughs. Raj asks, did you refuse immediately? Veer, immediately. Raj, you love me that much? Veer, for sure. They hug, crying. I'm not crying, you're crying. But Raj decides to do the right thing. He drags Mira out of her house and says, why did you do that? Let them live their lives. She snaps, did you think about my life? The torture I lived after my lover killed my dad? He tells her, I didn't kill your dad. Look in my eyes. On my brother's life, I didn't do it. We got played, Mira. If you don't believe me, take this weapon and end me. I won't survive it this time. Shoot, Mira. She lowers the gun. It's a mess. He leaves. Days pass. Mira calls Raghav. Raghav finally arrives. Mira tells him what Kali said. Raghav admits, every word Kali said is true. She asks, why didn't you tell me? He says, I couldn't betray your dad's trust and admit he set the ambush. The truth is, your dad and Randir took each other out. She yells, damn you, you made me wrong him so bad. Next day, Kali opens his door and finds Mira and Ashita. Mira walks past him straight to Veer and asks, you love your brother that much? He says, yep. She asks, love my sister? He says, yep. She says, what are you waiting for? Get ready for the wedding. You two will live here with your brother. Raj is hyped. Veer says, best day ever. I thought I'd die single. Come on, Ishita, let's make breakfast for the fam. They leave the room. Mira goes to Raj, super shy. She says, nice house. He says, thanks, it's my workshop. You remember Anwar and Shakti? Raghav walks in. Mira says, remember Raghav? He told me the truth. They walk together. She says, you haven't changed. He says, neither have you. She says, done man, our youth is gone. 15 years passed. He corrects her,
15 years, 4 months, 10 days, and 6 hours. My man has been keeping a mental spreadsheet this whole time. That's dedication. Or obsession? She says, I'm seriously sorry. I should have listened. He says, I wished you did. She says, it's all my fault. He says, nah, not your fault, Mira. Circumstances were just cruel. Uncle Singh interrupts the vibes. Let's prep the wedding. Next day, Veer's wedding. Everyone is happy. Veer dances with Mira. Ishita dances with Raj. Ishita asks Raj, why aren't you married? He says, special circumstances. Veer asks Mira the same. She says, personal reasons. Veer jokes, Raj's love is like a dog bite. It never leaves the heart. Weird analogy, but okay. Suddenly, Veer and Ishita push Raj and Mira together. Raj tells her, the kids are happy. She says, I noticed. He says, but I feel bad for you. Your sister will marry and you'll have to visit us constantly. I'll have to drive you back and forth. It's a hassle. She asks, what's the solution so I see her every day? He says, I got a solution. We go somewhere tomorrow for 5 minutes, get married, and then you see her forever. She laughs. Smooth operator. Suddenly, King's goons crash the party. King yells, Veer burned my goods. Bring him here, I'm gonna rip his heart out and burn it on his wedding day. His men drag Veer and start destroying him. Mira runs out, sees King, and screams, Kali! And boom, Kali arrives. The tough Anvil boy takes off his suit jacket and enters the chat. When the jacket comes off, you know it's game over. He demolishes the goons. What happened to the last guy happens to the next. He checks on his brother, then goes for King. He finishes the rest of the men, grabs King, and breaks his bones. He turns to Mira, but she looks shocked. King is raising a gun at Kali. She pushes Kali away and takes the bullet herself. The crowd attacks King, and Kali rushes Mira to the hospital. She survives. Thankfully, Veer tells her, we know your whole love story now. She asks Raj, you told them? He says, let them start fresh. And get up now so we can start fresh too, or what? She laughs, he laughs, and you better laugh too, bro, because the movie ends here. Finally, don't forget to share the video with your homies, bro. Catch you in the next video.